Hello everybody, this is SteroidUnicorn here, and welcome back for another episode of the Runescape building world. And today we're going to be looking at Port Sarim, which I have started building. I haven't completed it yet, but I want to show you guys the progress and kind of the process of how I start building a new area, because it's kind of difficult to properly plan out the paths and all that. Uh, so last time, basically this all cut out here. This was the edge, just like around there, and none of these trees were there, and that path stopped there. So off camera, I did this little path here, going along this way, and all this stuff over here. So it looks like a fair amount, but it's really not too much. It probably took me around, 5-6 hours of building. Which that's quite a bit, but yeah. So basically, this is a beetroot field. In the game, it's cabbage, but there's no cabbage in this game, so I have to improvise a little bit. So that is beetroot, and we got like this little kind of farming. I feel like it reminds me kind of a hotel, kind of like one of those motels, like with the doors all in a row, kind of like that. It kind of goes in a circle. But I think it's supposed to be a farmhouse. So it's got this cool little farmhouse here with a fenced-in area here and there, with the field in the side. This little pathway here, and there's a little bit of a step thing here, which use agility for in the game. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to involve that, but I'm going to just leave these slabs here for now. And then there's another one over here on this side, and there's two gates. But yeah, we can go check out just the inside of this real quick. Nothing too special, just some various furniture. Got a fireplace, some candles, bookshelves, front desk here. See, this kind of makes me think that it is like a hotel motel kind of thing, just because of this this desk. Like it kind of, you come in the door, you go to the side, and you kind of sign in here. But I wasn't totally certain about that. There's this little room here, nothing much, just this little area. I really don't like this yellow carpet. This texture pack doesn't make the carpet look too great. I like the carpet more in vanilla, actually, so I might change that back. I might edit this texture pack just a little bit. Various things in it just bother me, but yeah. And just in here, some more bookshelves, some fun stuff, a door out here leading to the field. And then the kitchen. So we got some meat hanging from hooks and a sink here. And yeah. So that's basically that building. This farm area is not too complex. It did take a bit to build, though, just to get all the proportions right and all that. But yeah, so then we move over to the actual Port Sarim area. And this is the dock that goes around. I really like this, actually. It turned out fairly nice. It's very, very simple. I'm going to have to add some cranes and some, stuff like that that's actually in the game. And, of course, after we get the command block stuff going, we're going to have to put in some fast travel areas and all that stuff to get to can't remember the name of it. Karamja or Karamja, something like that. It's an island basically in RuneScape where you go there and you can hunt lesser demons and get bananas, and yeah, there's a couple quests there and all that good stuff. But yeah, so we got some more. I put in this wall, yeah, and there's a couple of trees here, willow trees. Just I don't know. I feel like over here is probably the best way to cut willow trees because the bank is right here. But there is some there too. And then we just have like this little, I think it's supposed to be like a fishing shack kind of. Like you go in, you got like some fish on the walls, some salmon there. And it's kind of a bar, I guess. It's more of a fishing bar. Like you go in here for a quick snack, stuff like that with some fresh caught fish, have a little meal. But yeah, we got like the little bar here with the levers to make it look like a bar. And yeah, so that's that little building. Nothing too special there. Then we move into the actual city itself, or the town, I guess. It's not done yet, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the mid-process this time. So I really like this building here. This building is actually fantastic. Most of the time, the RuneScape buildings aren't very complex, and I find a hard time making them look really good. But this one I think turned out really well, just because it has a little bit of variation in the roof. It has, different levels, a couple like extensions off the side, rather than just like, the classic peaked roof here. I feel like a lot of the Port Sarim buildings have that. Like this one here is quite similar. It's got kind of a curved roof with a little bit of an extension on the front and then an up part there. But yeah, it looks really nice. Um, and I think that's about it for what I've built so far. I'm just gonna grab a water bucket here. I missed some water. I had to extend the river here, uh, or the lake. I guess this is like it's actually not a lake. It's more of like a gulf. Like this actually is a very very tiny part of an ocean that kind of goes out along like that and way out, and it's just a massive ocean out there. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I don't want to do it all manually. Like right now, I'm doing the brush tool with air, so I'd set it to 5, and I do just click and kind of clear out the path, and then make some deeper parts and all that. But I don't want to have to do that for the entire ocean. Like that's going to be pretty extreme. But yeah, so I think I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I start building a new town like this. So basically, I have like some half-built houses here, some half-built paths here. So basically what you do is you open up RuneScape in the back. Obviously, guys won't be doing RuneScape if you do this, but you kind of look at it like this, or north, I guess north. I think north is this way from the game, and you kind of go like, you kind of turn the camera so that it's facing this way. Whichever way the path is going, you generally want to turn the camera to that way so you can kind of go along the path with it. And then you kind of go down to the ground and you just dig out the area, the general shape. And then once you've dug out the general shape, you fly back up, look at it in the map again, and see if it matches the shape. And if not, you go down and edit it a little bit. And then if you have world edit, which I do, world edit, sorry, slurring my words because I'm cool. World edit, then you kind of just select the area that the path is in, and you do / replace air, and then you go gravel, and then that'll kind of fill in that space there. Occasionally, like right there, I had a bit of a gap there, but and then you just go and fix all the little areas that might be a little messed up and not look proper. But yeah, so that's how you do that. And then the buildings, same. RuneScape is nice. It gives us a map with the exact outline. So if I fly up like this, it's kind of nice. You can look down and see, this square's here. This one lines up with this building. This one's over just a little bit. So, you can kind of figure out the orientation of everything like that, which is really nice. And then basically, once you have the outline of most of the buildings in the town, you kind of go around and then just stack up the buildings. So say this is, I can't remember exactly what these buildings look like, but you go / stack, 2 up, and then it's 2 high, and then basically the roof is the only custom part that you really have to do on its own. But yeah, the nice part about world edit is you can basically take your like this building here. I basically just did the outline on the ground, so like that, say this one needs logs like in different places around the building. You just kind of lay them out like that or whatever. And then I'm not gonna go all the way around, but you get the idea. You just kind of select those 2 areas, and then it'll stack it all the way up, with the pattern. So you don't have to actually edit and put in the logs after. It's very nice. Undo. So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. I'm gonna show a little bit more of this episode, but right now this is about it. Actually, let's go and check out the paths. So last episode, I guess the first episode, I showed you guys Barbarian Village, which I kind of started doing this little thing with the gravel and the dirt and the coarse dirt. And mostly before that, I was doing just coarse dirt as pathways, as dirt pathways. And now I've been going around to kind of all of the dirt pathways around the RuneScape world and replacing them with that pattern. So you can see there, that one's kind of nice, just with the gravel and the dirt all over there. And actually, there was a lot more than I thought there was. It's kind of unfortunate, actually. It's a lot of work. It really is. It takes a lot of time. But I mean, building this whole world takes a lot of time, so I'm not too worried about that. Actually, I missed a little bit here by the looks of it. So basically, I'm just going along like this, you know, mixing it up a little bit, and then selecting the area. Basically the same idea as the gravel, and then you / replace air dirt, and then you kind of go like this, poke out the occasional hole. I try not to get the gravel too close beside each other, just because it's a very intense uh, color. Like, it doesn't match the dirt. It's supposed to be like the occasional fleck of stone, or treaded dirt or treaded gravel onto the. So like, you have the gravel pathway here, right? And then it's supposed to be like people walking from the gravel pathway, tracking gravel onto the path. So it's not supposed to be too intense. It's just supposed to be, just a little bit here and there. So basically like that, and then, same thing, you guys get the idea, just like that. And then / replace air, gravel. There we go, just like that. And then, yeah, that's the basic pattern. There's still this little area here to do, but I did most of it, so I did all around this way to that way. As you guys can see here, I'm trying to make it so the gravel and the dirt is only in the places where people actually walk. So the pathway it's kind of got like a bit of a dirt area around here, but the gravel is only treaded to the places that people walk. So they only walk through the center of this big circle, They don't walk all the way like onto the outsides and everything of this place. So that's the idea behind that. And then also by the Grand Exchange, if we just head over there real quick, I did the same idea there. There's coarse dirt all the way around the Grand Exchange, as you can see there. But the gravel is only in the places that lead into the center. So all the points of interest have gravel there because people would be walking in those areas a lot more. The teleportation tree here, the people would be walking down this way, and from the castle they'd be walking. From this way they'd be walking, and there's a little bit of there isn't right now, but there's supposed to be a bit of a tunnel that leads under the wall here that people can go. So there's a little bit of gravel there. And yeah, that's basically it for that. So yeah, I'm gonna continue building Port Sarim, and just once I finish it, I'll show you guys that. And yeah. Alright guys, so I am back, and I did a little bit more than expected. I kind of got on a roll, and I've played way too much of this today. Honestly, let's check out my statistics. This is overall, but like 9.39 days. That's kind of ridiculous. I got asked by somebody earlier today, like, how much time I've played in this world, and I said probably like 30 hours, something like that. And then I checked that, and I was like, wait a second. That's almost 10 days worth. So it's 240 hours almost. Yeah. So, that's clearly enough for me. Like, it's going to take longer, but yeah. It's enough for me today anyway. So I'm going to show you guys just real quick. I'm exhausted, so I'm going to show you guys real quick what I did. So I put in all these trees. I continued this pathway a little bit. I finished all the buildings inside of Port Sarim here. So we're just going to quick check them out. We're not going to go into detail. But yeah, so these are, I think this is probably my favorite city that I've built, or village, whatever you want to call it. It just really has a nice theme. It looks really nice, like with it has nicely shaped buildings, I guess. And it's got this cool dock too, which I really like. But yeah, just the shape of the buildings, I think, is what I like the most, because most of the other ones are really bland. Like they're mostly like this shape, with the V roof and just square building like that. And this one has like an overhang. This one's got like a double building. This one's got really cool, like I'm not sure exactly, like I don't know. It reminds me kind of like a Japanese build or something like that. But yeah. So I finished all the buildings here, and that's kind of what it looks like. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's cool, quaint little area. And yeah, so these buildings over here I outlined and then put in this pathway here. Uh, and I didn't actually put any of the cranes or boxes on this pathway yet, but that's going to be for the future. Not tonight because it's like 11 o'clock and I've been playing since like early this morning, like 9 o'clock. So yeah, kind of a lot of playtime today. But this is the jail here. It's I don't know what exactly it's for. I guess it's the Port Sarim jail. It's pretty big actually, but just quick, we can go inside and check it out. You know, it's got all the jail cells right there. Got a little torture chamber for some fancy fun stuff there. And yeah, basically just some cool jail stuff. We got I think this is supposed to be the guard headquarters. It's just all the beds and stuff like that. And then we got a little ladder onto the roof, which is actually I used barrier blocks so that people can't jump off the roof. I try to do that for all the roofs that you can walk on, like in Lumbridge and all that, so that people don't jump off and kill themselves. It's kind of, would be against the rules to, die of fall damage in RuneScape. So, and then yeah, so that's basically Port Sarim right there. It's all finished as far as buildings go. And then I don't know, I got on a roll and I just decided to keep going with it before I showed you guys it. So I extended this ocean, or I guess, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an ocean. So I extended this ocean with the brush tool, kind of, just pushed it out a little bit, and then shaped this kind of peninsula here. So it's got like a, yeah, little nub at the end of the end of the thing there, and then got a bit of desert. And then it kind of goes around just like that, and it keeps going. Of course, like this is all that grass there is supposed to be ocean. But yeah, so then I put in all these trees and rocks and all that. There's a lot of willow trees in this forest. Like there's like 8 or 10, something like that. Like there's 5 right there. There's 2 there, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 willow trees from what I can count, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so we got some cool little palm trees here. Little tiki something. Yeah. Anyway, desert stuff. Um, this cactus and this dead bush, I am actually really weirded out because I did not place down a cactus or a dead bush here, and I'm pretty sure they don't just appear. Like I'm almost 100% certain, especially in an artificial desert. But they did. Like I didn't even have them in my inventory, and they just are here now. So yeah, that's really weird. Uh, and then we got this little hill thing here. It's got a little trap door. I'm not sure exactly where this goes. I'll have to. I think the way I'm gonna do the whole underground areas is I'm going to get a list of them off the internet of all of the underground cave systems, and then I'm going to build them all outside of the world. So I'm going to go way, way far away, into the distance and build them all underground there. And then just when you go to here, there'll be a button. You press the button, and it'll teleport you to that underground area. And then you can press a button to teleport back. Just because they'll interfere with each other. Like some of them are pretty big cave systems or like underground areas, and some of them won't have room for others. And then we got the smithing area here. This is where you get your skill cape for getting 99 smithing. I don't know why exactly they made it out in the middle of nowhere like this. Just a little hut, but yeah, it's here. And then it kind of curves around here, and we got some other little tiki trees, and then it comes up to the point where basically there's just a big pad of dead grass, one palm tree, and a fairy ring. This is a fairy ring. So yeah, I think I've showed you guys these before. They're used for teleporting around and stuff like that. I think they're member servers only though. But yeah, so that's what I've done so far. Yeah, it's taken a long time. Actually, there's one more thing, the church over there, but this has taken a long, long time. Basically, the entire day today I've spent doing this, so I'm pretty worn out. But yeah, we got the church and a graveyard. Graveyard's pretty simple. You can just check it out just like that. Basically, I just used some of the designs from the Lumbridge graveyard. And this is the church. So we'll check out the inside real quick here. So yeah, we got some benches. We got some cool stained glass all around. We got some torches. And I think it feels like a church. Like if I walked in here without knowing it's a church, I think I would say this is a church. That's what I always try to do with these buildings is if I don't know what it is, try to make it so you know what it is if you didn't know, like if you weren't told. But yeah, so this is it from the outside. It's got stone brick roof and stone or cobblestone foundation. And near the front here, I used some cobblestone walls, kind of like I did back in Lumbridge, just to kind of give some shape to the squareness of the walls. I didn't in the back here just because there's windows, and the windows don't connect to the walls. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go to sleep because I am tired. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and do all the other awesome things you guys do. And I'll see you in the next video.